film this, and we finally can get to go live, and we don't have anything ready when we're ready. It's so funny. But welcome very much to What the Hell episode on Me Productions. I'm David Dickerman here, and we are going to let Johnny have the bowl right now, and go ahead and talk it out.
Yeah, we're gonna start off on a little bit of a somber note. I'm not gonna give out any names because, obviously we want to respect the privacy of the family involved. But mental health is always a big thing for us, especially here at Angry Me. But there was a family that I used to know. A few years back, they had since relocated. Yeah, thanks for muting that. I appreciate it. Their son a few days ago, or the other day, attempted suicide, and they got him to the hospital, and apparently his body just gave out. So, yeah, we were a little tilted there. It kind of looked like a Batman villain's lair. It was kind of cool. I was digging the effect. Yeah, just leave it. But it's still a little skewed, but whatever. It is what it is. But apparently he lost his battle with mental health about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes ago. The one thing, it's really kind of an overriding thought is that when you commit suicide, the pain doesn't stop when you die. The pain is transferred to the people that you leave behind. And it's actually amplified because they're left with all these questions, especially as parents of the person who committed suicide. You're left wondering, is there anything that I could have done better, anything I could have done differently? Could I have reacted sooner? Could I have, did I miss any of the signs? And, I'm not discounting the idea or the concept that the voices of the demons just get a little bit too loud for us. But, and I'm really kind of, my head's kind of spinning a little bit because I knew this guy. And, and you, like I said earlier, used to be really good friends with the family, but it's still a very serious topic of discussion. And so, it's one of those deals where, we have to be able to communicate with each other. And it's not just a military thing. It's not a law enforcement. It's not a first responder thing. I mean, everyday people suffer with mental health issues. And I'm going to say this, and I'll try to wrap it up really quick so we can move into, more lighthearted subject matters. But with mental health, it takes more courage to talk about it. It takes more courage to reach out and get the help that you need than it does to go through with the attempts to end your life prematurely. And, we've said in the past that we'd rather hear about your complaints. We'd rather hear you complain and bitch and moan about your problems
Then read about your obituary.
Or have to read about you in the obituaries, have to attend a funeral, or in some cases have to give a eulogy. And
The suicide victims, and it might sound petty and everything like that, but I don't go to those funerals. I haven't been able to do funerals for a while, and especially after Ava. I mean, I just can't stand them that much anymore.
I can't either, but because I went to a funeral for my fiance's 10-year-old son last month, or in December. So funerals are never fun, despite them, fun being the I guess, for lack of a better term, the root word. But when it's a situation like this, I mean, regardless of the situation, suicides are never easy to deal with. But if if you know anybody who's got any, that's feeling down, or anything like that, just reach out and talk to whomever. Check on your friends.
I do it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, check on your battle buddies. Especially you and I as veterans, check on our battle buddies. Check on our brothers and sisters, and just if anything else. I mean, we're not there to fix anything. I mean, the one thing that a lot of times as guys, we want to be able to fix things. I mean, it's in our nature. It's just we want to be able to fix things. We want to be able to set the scales right. We want to be able to make sure that everything's in good working order. But a lot of times, they just need an ear.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been to counseling, and the one thing that the biggest takeaway from counseling that I've had was learn to talk less and listen more.
Yeah.
And even with somebody like us, that we do a show like this where all we do is talk. It's still hard for us to be able to try to make that transition, to be able to change gears, to go into a listening only mode, because again, we want to be able to fix things, but sometimes the easiest way to fix something is to not do anything. Just let that person know that they've got somebody who cares enough to take time out of their day to listen and nothing more. Just so at least at that point they feel like they're acknowledged and that they're not out here alone.
Yeah.
So we could flash all the National Suicide Hotline phone numbers up there. We could, flash all the links for the, veteran suicide, hotlines or whatever.
Well, there was another thing Jason sent me this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you later on, and and I think I sent it to you. I'm not sure, but it was really disturbing that this young vet was having mental illness problems. She went to the VA. They told him it was going to take 3 weeks. She got a letter. She didn't get an email or a phone call or anything like that. She got a letter. And then she started doing an appointment and everything. She finally just called her congressman. What I found out is most congressmen have a veteran-appointed liaison. I pulled it off the first time.
Liaison, look at you.
I know, right? But they have they have that ability, and as soon as they contacted the congresswoman talked to the liaison for the Veteran Affairs, and she got like a scheduled meeting within like a day.
Yeah.
And then the congresswoman went on TikTok. What do they call it? The duet thing or something like that.
They duet. Yeah.
or something to that extent. And she was talking she was like, this shouldn't be happening. And I applaud this congresswoman. I don't give a shit if she's Democrat or Republican. It doesn't fucking matter, because she helped out one of her constituents. And to the point to where she got the help that person needs faster than it was through the VA. And she was like, it shouldn't take an act of Congress to help the people that stood in line to go do some fuckery for our country. And I applaud this woman. If she was in my district, I'd be voting for her.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I mean, because at a certain point, we have to transcend party lines. We have to transcend, sexual orientations. We have to transcend color, ethnicity. We have to transcend ideologies and just get back to the basic root of who we are, and that is human beings. And we have to address each other as such.
Yeah. And it's just ridiculous to the point to where but that types of stuff that we talk about a lot and we make fun of a lot, and some of the stuff I send to Maria and I don't send my other group friends because they look down at me sometimes on why did you send me that? That's ridiculous. Maria laughs at.
Right.
So I love her. But it's to the point to where that stuff doesn't matter. When it comes to brass taxes, it's, hey, I'm going to help you out, and hopefully it helps you out.
Yeah,
because I've had weird situations to where I was going over to my brother's house, and guy parked in front of me, asked me to borrow his phone. I was like, yeah, sure, man. What's the number and everything? Well, I got the number and everything, but can you ask me the question? I was like, okay. Is there cops following me? I was like, oh, it's going to be one of those days. Okay. Well, I assured the guy. I called the therapist that he was going to. We got him an appointment that day, thank God. And I just told him, I was like, hey, drive safely and go there and just don't worry about the cops. They're not going to be after you.
Yeah.
I was like, do you have any warrants? Like, no. Then if you don't have any warrants, you haven't done anything, are you a suspect for anything? No, I don't know. I was like, okay, just be careful. Go to the therapist.
Yeah, do the speed limit, use your turn signals. Don't give them any reason to pull you over.
Yeah, don't give him any reason. And he was just off his meds. I mean, legitimately, he told me he was off his meds.
Yeah, I mean, it's like that guy here in our county that had the standoff with the sheriff's department. And, I mean, he was an Afghanistan vet, emergency room nurse, the whole nine yards, right? I mean, the guy goes from one traumatic environment to another one, and he just, for whatever reason, kind of just flipped the script one day and started. I mean, he shot down a sheriff's department or a game and wildlife drone. They say a round errantly went and lodged itself in the wall of an 8-year-old kid's room that lives next door, but I mean they're bringing him up on. I mean I think a lot of this is just grandstanding because there's not a really high opinion of the sheriff in our county, but
depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, depending on who you talk to, who had lunch with him that day.
Yeah,
but that situation could have been avoided had A, he reached out to somebody, or B, if he did reach out to somebody, the people that he reached out to blew him off, or they didn't get him the help that he needed, or anything like that. And it's sad because this is part of our world now. And I mean, it has been for a few, for about a decade and a half, well, actually longer than that. It's been for a little bit over 20 years, But, and I say that, but veteran suicide, veteran mental health, and everything like that's been an issue since the Revolutionary War. So, but it's just now becoming like this huge nationally recognized thing because we're just now getting to the point where mentally and emotionally we've evolved to the point where now so it's okay to talk about things and not have to turn in your man card.
Yeah.
And the situation with that guy here in town, I mean, they had him on $500,000 bond for each count. And it was like $7 million or something like that, right? Total bond. And they got it reduced down to $100,000 per count. And that if he had made bond, he was going to be on 24-hour house arrest, needed to wear an ankle monitor, needed to submit to consistent drug testing. And I think it was like a couple of other conditions, but it's like, okay, locking this guy up in that annex is not going to help. Well, I mean,
Well, they can't even get right now. They can't even get like professional help to go into the county lockup anymore.
Yeah, no, they can't.
Because it's our whole town right now, or our whole county, and I hate to say this, is kind of in a shit show. Only because we have what's going on in the state hospital.
Yeah, they're shorthanded.
Yeah, well, not even the shorthanded. They're just losing a lot of the beds because of funding. That too.
Well, so my dad used to work at he was head of security at the state hospital here in town.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's telling me the stories that he's getting from the hospital itself is that they're shorthanded because they can't. They refuse to pay these nurses. They refuse to pay these orderlies, and they refuse to pay the professionals that are out there the cost of living, raises and stuff like that. And it's to the point now where they are not taking in any new patients. Like they've closed off the intake, and they're not allowing visitors. Because I mean, they're so short-handed out there, and they're not doing whatever it is that they need to do through the proper channels to secure that funding. That increase in funding kind of a situation. And yeah, I know, funding is part of it, but it's still, I mean, these people that are out here that are suffering from the mental health issues and their world just kind of caving in around them, they've got no recourse. So, when we start hearing about these spikes in suicide rates across different demographics, it's really no surprise, because it's almost like, and it pains me to say this, because as a Texas veteran, we really kind of take pride in our state. It's like our country would be in a much better place if people were as proud of their states and of their country as Texans are of Texas, right? But as a Texas veteran, we kind of pound our chest a little bit, and we're like, yeah, I'm from Texas, But it's like nationwide, everybody's just kind of backing off of the whole mental health thing, and it's like, well, why is that? And part of it, and how we keep going back to these different conspiracy theories around. I think that a lot of it is coming out of Washington. That mental health isn't so much of an issue anymore, because the Democrats think, well, we pulled out of all of our combat zones, we pulled out of Afghanistan, we pulled out of Iraq. We're not engaged in combat operations anywhere around the world, at least none that the general public is aware of. So mental health must be okay because our soldiers aren't being exposed to that. Well, we're way past the 5-minute mark, but I'm calling bullshit on that, because those mental health scars, I mean, some of the biggest and deepest scars that a warfighter experiences are the ones that you can't see. They can come home with all of their fingers, all of their toes, no extra holes, no extra scar tissue on their bodies. But they're still scarred up.
Yeah,
because of everything that we go through, everything that we see.
Well, whenever I go to like a charity event and everything like that, and I still actively help a lot of people online through Facebook, through a lot of the veteran groups that I'm in. But every one of them I talk to that's actually seen actual combat, they're always saying the same things. Like, it's been 10, 15 years since I was in, and I still have this problem.
Yeah. I mean, we still have Vietnam veterans that are around that
we're finally helping them out to a small amount, but we're at the stage finally to go out and finally help these people out to the extent that we need to.
Yeah.
And some of it is, and this got brought up in Texas legislature, was the whole use of DMT and hallucinogens to basically it basically resets the brain. It's supposed to work really well with any kind of addiction that you have,
Yeah.
but it also helps out with the it basically just resets your brain.
Yeah.
And enough of it in a very secure environment, that's when they actually get the help that they need.
Yeah.
I mean, JT right now from Black Rifle Coffee, the owner, he keeps on talking about it. He's like, man, me going to do that helped me so much because
Yeah.
he stopped drinking.
Yeah.
He stopped. He feels better. He. I was like, he lost a lot of weight because he's starting to fill to his brim because stopped drinking a lot of alcohol like he was.
Yeah. See, all right, so if we're going off the 22 a day number, okay, I know that it spikes, it goes up, or it goes down.
Yeah.
But the average is 22 a day. So if we go back as far as 1970, which we know that we were in Vietnam like 66, 67, 68. But even going back to 1970, okay, that's like 56 years, I think. All right, roughly, but thereabouts. 52 years is what it is from 1970, right? 22 a day, we're looking at 416,000 veterans having committed suicide
Fuck.
since they came home.
Yeah.
Okay. And we hear stories that, like, that there's guys that commit suicide in theater. So that number doesn't get included. But
Mainly because, and I hate to say that, mainly that doesn't get included, and that gets.
and it doesn't because it's part of the battle assessment or battle damage assessment, and it's considered a non-combat casualty.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's sad, and again, PTSD is not exclusive to the military at all, period. I mean, you hear these Gray Line Research Center commercials on the radio all the time. Oh, well, and they're really poorly voice acted. Well, I'm not military, so I don't know if it's actually PTSD. It's like, oh, well, you can have PTSD and not be a part of the military. Well,
Actually, if you look at the statistics and everything like that, it's not military that rank highest.
yeah, I know, right,
It's
and that's
car wrecks.
that's getting to the point where, it's. I mean, because depression is a thing, and it's environmental factors. Now, you get your different stressors going throughout the course of your normal day. Am I going to have enough money to pay this bill? Am I going to have enough money to pay that bill? Am I going to have enough money for this bill? Where's the groceries going to come from? Where's my rent going to come from? Where's my mortgage going to come from? And then you add things like relationship stressors and, just life in general. And, when I got the news this afternoon, oh, look at that. Isn't that cute? Here, hold on. Let me see. We're going to block them. I got it. Look at that. Message hidden. All right.
Can you hide stuff now?
Well, I can hide it under my name. I don't know if you can hide it. Well, you could probably just block
I'll just
them.
remove it.
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, that's not even a real language. I mean, look at that. This is like somebody was just mushroom capping.
No, it's
mushroom
Russian.
capping. No. That's somebody mushroom capping the keyboard. That's what that is. But
Okay, yeah, I believe the mushroom cap.
But for our one listener right now, our one viewer, she's probably got that visualization in her head right now, like mushroom cap. Oh,
Someone,
somebody's pounding the porpoise on the keyboard, But you're like, I can write my name in the snow. No, you can't. Dare I say that's a little, wait for it, QWERTY.
God damn. Oh man.
These are are the jokes, people. We're here for the next hour. Don't forget to tip your bartenders and waitresses. Try the veal. It's really excellent, I hear.
Oh, did you eat that deer chili?
I did. The one critique that I'm taking away from that, go a little easier on the chili powder next time, because it overpowered the flavors of everything else. When I took a bite, all I tasted was chili powder.
It wasn't chili powder.
That's all I was tasting.
No, it was chili, but it wasn't chili powder. What I do is I get the chilies. Mm-hmm. I boil them, take out the seeds, and use it that way. It's a little bit more fresher.
Yeah, go a little easier on the chili.
I probably should have.
Yeah,
it was usually on stuff like that. It's more or less for my taste buds. I like that kind of.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But it's
she isn't not that slow on the uptake. At times, we talked this Saturday, and it took you like a good minute on one of my jokes. I forget which. Oh, it was the throat. Chick was her throat was scratching. I told her just next time just swallow a little bit more, so the kids wouldn't stop playing tag.
Okay, so my son gave me a joke to tell on today's episode.
Okay.
What do lesbians and turtles have in common?
Oh, bye.
They both choke on plastic.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. My 12-year-old. So, yeah. That joke was brought to you today by Colin. So, yeah, there you go.
Boneless children.
Boneless children. And if they're wearing braces, you put kids behind bars.
Well, it was me starting to do this stuff and more. I didn't put videos out and everything like that. And what was the joke? I was like, someone asked me, "It's like, oh, what do you want to go eat?" And I was like, I want the souls of young. Hold on, let me get it. I want the souls of young children to eat today. And she's like, "That? Why would you say something like that?" What? Most people like eggs.
You know, I do find it funny that when we fry chicken, we bathe the dead chicken in their own children.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
We get a double hampling of chicken.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any one thing that we can say about breakfast, and a lot of times, or even just dinner, depending on what you're cooking, is that the chicken is always committed to your satisfaction.
Yeah.
It is. No child left behind.
Well,
see, okay, so because of that reference right there, she's, and this one's going to be a little bit of a cerebral joke here. For her No Child Left Behind, we're going to award Maria with a point of light.
there you go.
Going back a couple of years on that one.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're done with the mental health stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so I found something. I'm not going to put it in the new studio. It's going to be part of my backdrop whenever I get my office studio set up down in here or down in Lake Jackson. Mm-hmm. Funko came out with a new line. They're called Popsies, right? And there's a button you push, and a little message, like a speech bubble, pops out above their head. I've got one for Michael Scott that says, "That's what she said."
What is it? Funko
Popsies. P-O-O-P-I-E-S. They've got a Bob Ross one, and it says, "You're a masterpiece."
Oh, that's cute.
Right? Walmart's got them for like $7 a piece. So I got the Michael Scott and the Bob Ross, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
I kind of want this alien one."
Right? I want to hug your face.
Let me hug your face.
Yeah, right. They've got that one down over there on Lawrence Road.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I found my new addiction.
Yeah, I think you know what? I think I might actually go pick that one up now that you mention it.
I'm feeling have an amazing day.
It's just like it's just
seems like the bat signal.
Yeah, it just I don't know, it just seems kind of fun.
You know what? I would kind of wish that I had a.
Oh yeah, check this out. So my Funko collection, right,
Yeah.
doesn't grow as rapidly at a pace like it used to because I had to have an intervention. But my collection is currently sitting at $3,882 market
Jeez,
value,
Damn.
and that is with 180 pieces.
How much did you spend on it?
I mean, I pay retail price for a lot of these. Like my
Okay,
most
so it's
expensive
not that
one.
bad.
My most expensive one. No, I mean, all in all, I've probably got maybe
Oh my God.
1,200 tied up in this. But my most expensive one, my fiance got when from a couple of Disney trips ago. It's the jumbo. It's the 10-inch tall treasure skeleton. Mm-hmm. It's worth $70 right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
I know this is kind of old, but you know that. Let's see if she's on here, because I gotta send this to her. The whole Eggo waffles making
The mermaid one.
mermaid one that's blue waffles.
I think I posted that one on.
I think you did too.
Yeah, I did post that one.
That's just ridiculous. Oh yeah, and the other thing I found out today.
I used to have back in the day when I was still married to my second wife. We had a Mickey waffle iron, right? And so one day I just because I like to add like cinnamon and vanilla to the waffle mix just to kind of give it a better flavor, right? And one day I just kind of felt a little, I don't know, chippy, so I added blue food coloring to it. Was making blue Mickey waffles. And somebody
are you
was
thinking?
like, "Blue Mickey waffles?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Mickey didn't check the goods before he went dining at the Y. Minnie's not telling him something, and they were like, "Bro, no." I couldn't help it. I could have helped it, but I chose not to. There's a difference.
I know how that goes. Oh, that was I was getting Top Mizzou from United. Mm-hmm. Just getting the little thing from it. It's like $4.
Right.
And I didn't want to go up to Olive Garden. That's the only one place that you can get some decent one. Mm-hmm. But anyways, I went to go get my food. I went over there to check and see if they still had some. Then I went to go get my food. Well, this lady was standing there.
She said, "You chose violence." Yes, I did.
Everybody chooses violence.
Everybody chooses violence.
But I went back over there, and this lady was getting a lot of other desserts and everything. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I asked her, was like, "Hey, can I get one of the Top Mizzou?" And she was like, "Oh, is that really good?" I was like, "Yeah, it's really, really good." She's like, "Yeah, I was eyeballing it and everything. I don't know if I should get it or anything like that." And I looked at her, looked at it. I was like, "Well, do you like chocolate?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Quit eye fucking it and grab one." She was like, "I'll take one of those." I mean, like that.
Well, it's like, okay, I was at Academy, and they have ammo in stock, 5.56 ammo.
Yeah. Finally got it to where it's not gonna break the bank when you buy some.
No, negative Ghost Rider. Well, you have to, like, they've got a box that's got like 400 and something rounds in it that breaks down to like 7 cents a round, and they've got some Russian ammo that's in the plastic bags. It's like 200 rounds for like 125 or something like that, right? But you've got the Winchester green tips for like $15 a box.
It's $15 now.
Yeah. Dude, that is $1.41 a round.
Yeah. I usually
So I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, okay. But you look next to it, and they've got the Frontier ammo for like $15 a box. It's like 13 or 14 or $15 a box, right? I mean, like literally a dollar difference.
That was usually the cheapest brand.
Right, but check this out. The Winchester green tips are 62 grain, right? Mm-hmm. So it gets that freedom seed there just a little bit quicker because we choose violence. Mm-hmm. The Frontier stuff that was $1 cheaper, 55 grain. And I'm like sitting there going,
That's ridiculous.
do I want to pay the extra $1 for that 8 grain difference per round, knowing that they're green tips? And I was leaning that way anyway, so I was already had the 4 boxes of green tips in my hand, because you're limited to four boxes per visit, right? Well, actually, the sign says four units per transaction. Then I got to thinking, right? You buy those ammo cans with like the 450 rounds in them, and you can get 4 of those. Right? Granted, you're going to spend almost $1,000.
I told you what happened with Kenny, right?
No.
He ended up, and this is during the pandemic and everything.
Yeah.
Well, they hadn't opened up the box for all the shells. And he does skeet shooting or clay shooting, and he just grabbed the whole box. They hadn't opened it yet, so he got 1 box.
Yeah.
Full of ammo, and they're like, "Sir, we can't." And she started on. It's like, "Don't you dare open it. That's 1 box.
Yeah.
I'm buying 1 box."
Yeah.
And he cheated the system, and it was a good cheat.
Yeah.
So
That's right. You did tell me about that. But I'm standing there, and this guy leans over, and he's like, "Just fucking get it." I'm like, "I'm already here. My dick's out, and I'm about to do this raw. I've got it in my hands. We're good." And my boy's with me, and Colin looks over at me, and he goes, "What did you just say?" And I was like, he's basically telling me to shit or get off the pot, bud. He goes, "Oh, but what about your thing?" And I was like, "I'll explain it to you later."
whoa. What is Maria going? Whoa about?
I think there's a delay. Okay, so I'm at Academy, and I'm trying to debate whether or not I want to spend the $1 more for a box of 20 rounds for 8 grain difference between Winchester green tips.
I think she's like 5 minutes behind us, though.
Probably. So there's Winchester green tips that are 62 grains per round, and then you got the Frontier, which are just regular ball rounds, which are just full metal jackets, and then they're 55 grains. So the difference between 62 and 55 grain is muzzle velocity and bullet drop over the court over a certain distance. I went with the higher grain count because I like the feel that my AR has when it drives attack.
Yeah.
So
we need to go hog hunting.
we really do. We absolutely do. Before I leave. Oh, she said that okay. All right. Okay, so context time. Story time. All right. So the guy's sitting there telling me to basically quit fucking the ammo and just pull the trigger. I'm explaining to him that I've already got my cock out in hand, ready to engage this ammo, and I'm like it's already in my hand. Like the ammo, literally, physically, is in my hand. 4 boxes, and it's a guy thing. I'm trying to think of what the equivalent would be. I guess would be.
I mean, you can use the same thing. Just she has to have a strap on.
Wait. For a woman, it would be like, look, I get it. It's already lubed up. All I've got to do is sit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
there we go.
That is a good one.
Absolutely.
That was a good one. I'm going to have to remember that one.
Okay. So there we go. Look, lady, it's already lubed up. Why don't you just go ahead and just squat down on it, and you're good to go.
Yes. I'm definitely going to use that.
Feel free. I will extend you an allowance on the trademark. But
we rub our titties on it. I have to show this one because she put in titties. We're still being censored.
We're being censored. Oh my god.
Which is not. It's titties, and I got this set up to where
we rub our titties on. See, okay, all right. Look, we have to address this.
Is that the same thing of us peeing on something?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, as guys, and then to an extent, women, depending on your orientation.
Yeah.
I mean, if we lick it, it's ours.
Yeah, it should be the same all around. She didn't say titties.
She said tittles.
Tittles. Oh, tittle.
We rub our tittles on it.
What?
Why did it make you?
That is a weird autocorrect. Oh, but anyways.
Okay, all right. So if my girl comes up behind me, and she rubs her boobs on my back, I mean, to me that's a pleasurable thing, right? You know, like oh, hello.
Well, it's like me since I haven't.
You turn around and be like, "Hi, girls, how you doing?"
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, it's kind of like me going up to like since I haven't done that smell in a while, going up to a sushi bar and not getting a hard on.
oh
I mean,
my god, dude.
so
Wait for it, Maria. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1. Oh, she's already heard that with Trope. She reminds me it's not supposed to smell like that.
Because if it smells like tuna, boy, run.
Yeah, definitely. What else? Oh, yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna do an interview with one of the general managers of one of the bars in town. And I'm gonna say this in front because a lot of people watch this. I'll do it now. I forgot to tell her that they have a comedy trivia night on Mondays. Mm-hmm. It looks fun. I'm probably gonna try it out tomorrow.
Don't eat the mayo.
Let me look this
Oddly
up.
enough, going back to a previous portion of our conversation, mayo, when done correctly, contains eggs.
I think you're absolutely right. Let me.
And isn't it funny that if we're talking about tuna and women parts that shouldn't smell like tuna, you just mix mayo in it, it's got eggs, right? So, you can make the connection.
Yeah.
This is your lesson in the reproductive systems, kid. Okay.
But
Nice circle back. Oh, I thought there for a second there, I was suffering from what you've got, and I read that as nice circle jerk, and I'm like, circle jerk is just a nice way of saying bukkake.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a party. Everybody's. It's in your mouth, and everyone's coming.
Oh yeah, and they on Mondays and Wednesdays they have free pool, so it's one of those things I just I put up. I do my famous 1 month invites of people. Mm-hmm. And I just add friends and everything to my personal social media account.
Yeah.
Anyways, and I found one of hers, and the only reason why I noticed it was because it was Taco Tuesday. And those tacos looked great. I was like, I mean, legitimate tacos, not like But I looked at it and I was like, ooh, tacos, that sounds good today. And I had already ate, and it was late in the day.
You know what we need to do? On the 22nd, we need to shoot an episode. 2/22/22, right? Is Taco Tuesday.
Is it really?
The 22nd is on a Tuesday this month.
Hold on. You are right. Ooh.
So we will shoot an episode while stuffing our faces with tacos from Taco Casa because I don't.
Well, we just have to find a venue to do it. I'll talk to Christina Anderson about that. See if they're doing Taco Tuesday on that day. But another announcement: we're still going to do the
Murder Basket.
Murder Basket. We're still doing that, and we're still going to the deep end on Friday. I have I've been moding to my advantage. Mm-hmm. But he's working out good. He just needs some prep time. And
Oh, so it's my understudy, basically. Okay.
yes, is your understudy.
Yeah,
I couldn't get
so programming note. Yeah, so basically what David's trying to say is that yours truly will not be there for the Murder Basket giveaway because I am going to be on the road
Yep, going to Houston, visiting with your lovely wife.
Wife to be, yes, my
Wife
bride to be, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be. So what time are you going to be shooting?
Well, we're gonna shoot at 7 o'clock. I'll probably be up there probably about.
I'll be
6.
just getting through Waxahachie, probably.
I'll probably be up there at 6, setting everything up. Going,
Well, no,
doing
7 o'clock. Well, depending on what time I can get out of here.
Hopefully, there's a lot of people to where I can do rounds and start
Yeah,
talking to people and everything like that.
but yeah, no, I'll be on the road heading south. We'll see, because like I discussed with you prior to us going on the air, my timeline may get accelerated.
Which I am totally happy with that.
Yeah,
about that.
I'm hoping for it. Just because I mean,
It's getting ridiculous with that other job.
dude, it's okay. So it's not so much the current job that I've got. It's not that at all. It's just kind of getting my feet planted down there.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm now employed here, and I'm going to get off from work and go home and actually like pull into my driveway, that kind of a situation.
It's a secret skin treatment.
Skin treatment. With the bukkake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I personally don't have any knowledge of that, but yeah, okay.
Well, there was an episode. I just
You know, I
recently
remember-
saw.
okay, so-
it was Nip Tuck.
Okay, yeah. All right, so we're going to circle back to that. All right, so, and it's funny because it's almost like this is serendipitous because, Joe Rogan's still kind of going through his like little row thing, right? You got all these liberal like hippie artists that are aging out of
Yeah,
the
the Rock gave support, and then he withdrew his support after a big finasco on Twitter. I'm like, fuck you.
That's just because The Rock may be big as all hell, but he's got no spine. But anyway, so and if Dwayne The Rock Johnson stumbles across this podcast or somebody on his PR team brings it to his attention, hey, make yourself more than welcome. Message us. We'll Zoom you in and we'll have that discussion.
Yeah.
Pure, plain and simple. I am not scared. It is what it is. Anyways. So Joe Rogan, how he still does stand up, right?
Yeah. He actually does a lot of stuff.
He does. So he was talking about, he's like, how come we don't have that conversation with our kids, like the masturbation talk, right? And he goes, I still fucking do it, right? And he goes, now there's a line. There's like a territory. There's a zone when like, he's like, if I'm laying there in bed and just feel the urge to rub one out, he said, he'll rub one out. And it's like usually right there on the solar plexus is like the edge of the territory before it starts to turn gay. He goes, and he's like,
It's like shooting yourself accidentally in the eye.
right. And he goes, my big fear, he said his big fear of accidentally shooting himself in the face, is that he might figure out that he likes it. And he's like, how and then you got to keep that to yourself because then you're going to be instantly the fucking weirdo, right? And he goes,
Maria says she had the convoy with her kid the other day.
oh,
But not this type
no,
of conversation.
not this conversation. But he's like, you can't bring that up, because I mean, like when you're dating somebody, you have to act a certain way, and then when you get married to that person, if you get married to that person, then you can kind of let those walls down, and and kind of say, hey, look, it's like, oh, well, you were such a nice and caring, and now, it's like, okay, so like a woman will sit there and tell you like, oh, I want you to pull my hair, I want you to choke me a little bit, and like she gets all freaky, and then like when you get married, she's like, look, I just want you to stick your thumb in my butt, or something like that, right?
Yeah, after a while, it gets really weird.
But he goes, imagine trying to have that conversation with your woman, like. She, look, you go freaky deaky. You, what? You like to come on your face? Oh, I gotta go. I forgot about this. He's like, that like people just run for the hills. That shit's fucking weird. And dude, I am dying listening to this on Raw Dog Comedy, the Raw Dog Comedy channel on Sirius, and I'm just like, I am dying, dude. And I'm just, it's hilarious because we're trying to drive on 35 to get back up on 287, and I am just rolling, just dying. See, okay, I want to see all the fuckery up front so I know where the boundaries are. That's true to an extent.
No, that's actually a valid point.
It is a valid point. However,
okay,
to a T, and I don't care who you are, I don't care what kind of bullshit you're going to try to throw at us right now. Everybody keeps that weird, fucked up little kink close to the vest until they feel completely confident that that person's not going to go anywhere.
Okay. It was, what brought me up on this was just I was listening to Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison had this one. Yeah, he had this stint on his one of his comedy specials. It's like, hey, ladies, I hate to ask you this. I understand some of you are freaks and everything like that. And what I want you to do is fucking tell us. We'll do anything. All guys have was just like one little thing, and we're good. You tell us how.
You're too deep. You're like,
just fucking tell us! Oh! I didn't want to break your fucking ears.
I mean, he gets right up on that microphone. He's like, oh!
Yeah, I didn't want to break your ear. But that's so much an adamant thing of, it's... Now, granted, you should, it's like showing your cards out.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to show everybody your whole hand. I mean, you've got tells. I mean, and I'm not saying bluff your way to the final table, but I mean, sometimes you've got to.
Well, it's one of those things. Is like, try it once, see if you like. If you don't, no. I was like, someone was like, I'm gonna twiddle your butthole. I was like, all right. Once you got like around the center of the Tootsie Pop, I was done. I was like, no, we're not doing that. It's uncomfortable.
That's a skit on Letterkenny. He's like, my ladies' friends told me that I should pay more attentions to my butthole. Has you guys ever had some attentions paid to your buttholes? and they stop playing catch with him and they start playing catch with each other. And he's like, I kind of liked it. Yeah, nope, not going back on it at all. And they don't even start talking to him. They stop talking to him altogether.
Now there's a weird thing that I found out throughout my years is instead of doing through the butthole to massage the prostate, the underneath, like that little strand in the back of the balls.
Okay.
What do they call that? They have a name for it. Anyways. If you actually massage that, it gives a better feeling too. It's the same. It's almost the same thing, and you're not going into the butthole.
Okay, and it is okay. We girls got to give it to you dudes in doses. Most of y'all ain't ready. It makes you feel bad, dirty, insecure, wrong. Taint. Yes, it's
okay.
Taint.
It's taint. Okay.
Well, no. For women have a taint. Dudes have a gooch.
That's right. That's what it was. Gooch.
It's the gooch.
But no.
And we learned that on the first Jackass movie, when they took the TENS unit leads and hooked it up to their gooch, and they turned it all the way. And they're like, oh God!
I've never seen Jackass. I've never seen any of this.
I'm going to wait until the next weekend that I've got my boys before we venture out the theaters to go see Jackass Forever. And that's just because my boys, I showed them Jackass
It's on
1 and 2.
DVD right now.
No, Jackass Forever, the new one that just came out in the theater there, guy. And I'm sorry, did you say DVD? Like, where are you? What decade are you
Streaming, fuck. At least I didn't say video.
Well, like theater at home? Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, I get all that, but, yeah. I mean, you do the theater at home, the rent, the early access or whatever to see it on your TV.
Yeah.
You're spending just as much as you would for like normal theater tickets.
Depending on how many people you get to watch it with.
That's true. Anyways, so
you get 25 people to watch it with you on the outside thing, and you have like a projector and everything like that. You can have a good cookout and still watch it.
You know what? Yeah, that's an idea.
Oh, another thing. I'm fucking addicted to this. I've already watched Reacher on Amazon Prime. It just came out on Friday. That was
Right,
really good.
Right, right.
1883. I cannot stop.
I finally caught up on it. Just the next episode doesn't come out until like the 29th or until the end of
Next
the month.
week.
Yeah.
You're already up to 7?
No, it's the. There was only 6 episodes out so far.
7.
Yeah.
No, 7. I just watched 7 today.
'Cause-
I watched 7 today.
All right. Well, I'll have to watch the new one then. Well, no. I thought I was caught up.
Tornado.
Nope, not caught up.
Okay.
Okay.
But I am severely addicted to the show. And I started talking to one of my the HR lady at our shop, because I mentioned it this Wednesday before I left. I was like, yeah, I'm probably just going to binge watch 1883. I'll give you the passcode and everything so you can watch it. And she was like, oh, I love that show. That little girl is so cute and adorable. And I was like, dude, that little girl is a fucking whore. A slut. She didn't get paid, but it's the whole storyline. It's turning out. I mean,
Does she bang the new cowboy?
no.
Well, then she's not a whore. She's only slept with one person.
Yes, I
Or
got
unless
it.
you're talking about the gypsy.
No, the gypsy's not.
No.
That storyline was really. We were talking about it. She's like, "I'm really interested in that little girl." I was like, "I'm not. I'm interested in the gypsy and the other guy, because that seems like a very. It's bringing forth a really dramatic love affair.
Yeah.
And even on this newer episode, it's like this whole storyline. It's literally, you're breaking the characters,
It
and
could
then
be
you
for charity.
What is it?
Could be for charity.
You're gonna have to elaborate on that one.
Unless she's talking about like a Jackass viewing.
Oh yeah.
What charity could possibly benefit from a Jackass viewing?
Really?
I mean, I can think of a couple off the top of my head, but I'm just like,
I mean, you can just do cancer, suicide, then prevention, whatever.
you know how many legalities you would run into?
As
She goes, no. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. All right. This is the part of the broadcast tonight, everybody, where it comes to a screeching halt because we're waiting on Maria.
oh no, it's not coming to a screeching halt. I'm still talking about 1883 and why you should watch it.
I
Because-
have been watching it.
No, I know you have.
Oh, so you're saying people in general? Okay.
People in general should watch the show. It breaks down to the point where it's so true to life, and if it's a different situation and everything, but
The girl being a slut is apparently for charity.
oh, okay,
Then that just makes her. Well, okay, so no preference makes her a slut. Now, if we're talking about price points, then that makes her a whore. Because if she's doing it for charity, now she's donating her services for the betterment of other men.
okay.
So,
I know the Bunny Ranch has a special on Veterans Day.
dude. Oh my God. All right, so if around Veterans Day I don't see you, and I'm like, I text you, I'm like, hey, bro, where you at? Oh, I'm in Nevada. I got you. Okay, all right. You got a flight out to
I
Vegas.
still got to bump those numbers up. But no, but it's
She's like, what the hell?
but the actual show is so true to life.
It is, and
It's not a reality, because the person I talked to watching it, I was like, hey, you got to watch this show. She's like, I don't know, is it a reality TV? I was like, no, it's not a reality TV show, but it's so true to life.
Yeah, well, see, and see, reality TV is kind of like the oxymoron, like military
Yeah,
intelligence.
because it's all fucking fake.
Dude, it is. It's so scripted, and it's just like, okay, what is real about this? I mean, there's absolutely zero real.
And they
about
do so many takes and so much of this.
And it's
so
like,
much of
okay,
that.
so, you've got these shows on like Discovery Channel, like Moonshiners. It's like, okay, these guys are out there getting filmed distilling alcohol in the backwoods. At some point, I mean, this is all for show. I mean, these dudes aren't actually out there doing it. Because every one of the moonshiners on that show are legit. They're selling legitimized, taxed moonshine.
Yeah. Well, it's like Vice did a drug episode, and that was real. I stopped watching Vice only because half the stuff was like too liberal for me.
Right.
Like they did this one episode with the Devil's Dust from Brazil.
Right.
It's this fruit, I think. I'm not sure, fruit or seed or something like that. Anyways, it grows on these trees.
Right.
But you can make a powder of this fruit, and if you eat it, you become like it's like a walking zombie type thing. Mm-hmm. But what they've been doing is they were crushing it up and making like dust where they can blow it on you, or you ingest it somehow, and you become more receptive to where you any kind of suggestions you suggest. And some of the people was like went to an ATM and dropped all their money they could possibly do from the ATM, and that's how a lot of these women were robbing people.
Yeah, no, and then they canceled Cops. Cops was a good reality show.
They also
They also canceled Live PD.
but they brought it back on a different network.
Yeah, what they really need to do, and I'm going to
The
stand by, and I'm going to stand by this to the day that I die. They need to do Live PD on a military installation where the MPs are visiting the infantry barracks on a Friday night.
That kind of fuck. No, they don't. They have that on Bet TV.
No, yeah, but those are comedies. Those are written. They don't do. They don't.
Sorry. No. I'm sorry.
It's
How many of
written
those
by
stories-
experience. Yeah, I mean it's derived
yes.
from experiences, but they need to do an actual live broadcast where they follow an MP, they ride along with an MP. Don't ride up. You know what? And just for the comedic value, ride along with an E1 or an E2,
Yeah.
and then have them visit the infantry barracks on a
No,
Friday
my
or a
best,
Saturday.
my best ones that I've watched are the cop videos, because I sent y'all a cop video and it's kind of really good. But the cop videos that I see and I laugh at the most, and it's the videos of the cops getting to a location trying to find out what's going on, and they hear like a noise in the background. They go, "Nope." It's called a nope moment. In cop world, they just get to this location, and Mike the cop in I can't remember his other name, but I got it on my freaking podcast stuff that I listen to all the time, because they do the supernatural cop stuff too, and it's fucking hilarious.
Did you see the trailer for the Halo
Failure
series?
Failure stop.
Yeah, failure to stop. Okay. All right. So, did you see the Halo series trailer?
I want to watch that.
Yeah. I mean, the fight scenes look cool. The voice of Master Chief is throwing me off because it's not Master Chief.
Yeah, which they could have used the actual voice.
They could have used the voice actor. He could have voiced it over. But the
I think-
thing
I
that
think
got
that-
Halo fans up and just, they're like, I don't know about this. Cortana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? I mean, really?
They
No.
used the CGI, but they just
They use a live action actor, filter the crap out of it, instead of doing like a CGI and then having Cortana do the voiceover. That would have been spot on. Now, granted, there's the smattering of AK-47 seen throughout the trailer. Good old Mr. Kalashnikov is turning over in his grave hundreds of years from now. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that because I'm like, all right, if for anything else, it's just so that way we get that weekly dose of the Halo theme song. You know,
Yeah, it's true.
you know, I mean, I don't know what guy who has ever played Halo doesn't walk in and like they hear echoes like in a tunnel or an empty hallway or an empty room or something like that, and they go, oh, you know, they don't start doing it, you know, and that's like
I mean,
Colin.
there's videos of that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
and people doing it like it was
amazing.
Really, yeah,
but like
they
my
do
son,
it like through pipes, or they do it off of a cliff of a mountain.
yeah, like my son, he's in his school choir, and he's part of the bass and tenor group, and they had a concert like I think it was in the first part of January, I think it was. They were trying to convince the choir director to let the bass and tenor guys do the Halo theme song, and yeah, it never fleshed out, you know. And I'm like, man, that sucks. That would have been cool.
You fucking asshole!
I asked for one fucking thing from you, and you can't fucking come through. You know what? You stay right here. Just make sure that all your doors are locked. Make sure your windows are shuttered. That you're not standing next to him, not sitting next to him. Sleep with one eye open, because tonight's going to be a long fucking night for you. You know?
I love that shit.
And you're going to see all these like junior high choir kids, you know, they're going to be like, Ma, Dad, you can't, you got to come with me. You can't ask any questions about it later. And some people are probably going to get hurt.
Whose car we ride?
And if the dad doesn't reply with, whose car are we taking? We're like, who do you think's car we're taking? Ma's, because she's got the minivan. Get the fuck out of here. You know? Oh, look, we've got a Russian.
Oh,
We got a Russian blogger in here.
yeah, that's nice.
Little
Let me
spam
get rid of
bot.
it. Let me get rid of it.
Gospodanya, fucker.
Yeah, there we go.
God, that's loud. I need to back off. But yeah, no.
It's so sad we got this thing set up to where we want it, and we finally have to get rid of it
I know.
and return locations.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we will be changing locations. The studio that you currently see will transform. We are changing the location of our studio, and it's for the better. It's going to help.
Well,
I think it's going to actually help propel the show, because we're not spending that extra money on upkeep. You know, so I mean, we're having a space given to us, donated, so to speak.
Oh, we just got to work on it and wait on it. And you're already getting your space together, and we're still going to do the shows where it's just going to be for a while, mostly Zoom.
Yeah, and you know, we're going to try to get those occasions where we do, you know, where we can still like get together and you know, we can shoot. I'm actually kind of, I'm hoping and pushing for, you know, like you come down for a couple days and visit or whatever, and you know, we go shoot on the beach or something like that, you know, and it just kind of, because dude, all the way up till the end of October, dude, Surfside City, that beach is just completely packed. And I think it would just be kind of cool just to kind of set up an awning, and you know, we run off of like a power inverter, because you know, like the F-150s and 250s, a lot of times now they have the power outlet in the bed of the truck.
I mean, we looked at it at your fiance's sister.
Yeah. So there's an outlet back there. I think I have an outlet in the back of my Edge.
Probably. Mine doesn't have one, I don't think.
So, but I mean, getting power is not going to be an issue. But
And we don't have to worry about the lights.
yeah, no. I mean,
So-
the only thing that we'd have to contend with is the wind noise, but you know, that's about it. But you know, I think it'd be kind of cool, because I mean, anytime that we get together to do a shoot, you know, to do an episode, I think it'd be kind of cool, because it's always going to be on location, you
Yeah.
know, and you know, we'll find like crazy stupid shit to go do, you know, like, hey, you know, I squared away a helicopter hog hunt for us, so you know, let's go shoot some footage of that, you know, kind of a deal.
I sent that video to you, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's that he's living my best life. He's living my best life.
That is awesome.
He really is.
Well, we've been on here for a little over an hour, so we're looking at 70 minutes going on right now.
Yeah. Do we have anything else?
I don't really think. I know that the Pro Bowl was today, and I'm just kind of like ho hum. I mean, I saw some footage from the Pro Bowl game, and it looked like a glorified fucking flag football game. I mean, they just need to go ahead and just make it a flag football game, because these guys are out there running at half speed anyway, and they're looking at their watches, waiting for the whole damn game.
That's always been the case, though.
It used to not be. I mean, these guys would show up and they'd ball out, except for the two teams that were going to the Super Bowl. But, hey, you know, and when we shoot our sports episode for the week, a little sneak peek, we're picking the Bengals to win the Super Bowl. I'm riding that wave, man. I mean, I really am. And it's
everybody's riding that way. They want them to win.
Yeah, a lot of people want the Bengals to win, and and I think it's because this team has just been just bad luck for so long, and it's been 30-something years since they've been to the Super Bowl, and I really think that they've got, it was like 80-something, 88.
Yeah,
but I legitimately think they've got a good shot at winning. As long as the offensive line shows up and they do their job and they give Joe Burrow time to throw the ball. And the secondary needs to not give up the routes to Odell Beckham Jr. and Cooper Kupp. I mean, they need to. I mean, those guys are going to get their catches. They're going to get their yards, but force them to throw across the middle. Just force them to those underneath routes and limit the running game. And I think that those are the keys to victory for the Bengals. Just watching all of these like Cincinnati Bengal fans videos, like the Bengals put on their Twitter account and Instagram and Facebook. You see these like reaction videos from the AFC Championship game.
Fucking YouTube.
What? Did they kill us?
No, they didn't kill it. Or fucking Google. As soon as we started talking about hogging and everything, I got this invite for Red River Razorbacks.
Well, Google.
You know what? Fuck you, Google. You need to start doing the thing that you need to be doing, is get me a halfway decent woman. How about that?
Well, it's those ads that you ignore where you've got hot moms that live in your city that are willing to fuck right now.
Fuck. I just realized that sucks.
I mean, you imagine, like, no, I'm not interested. And then on the other side is the actual woman in the picture going, well, where am I going to get my vitamin D now? I saw a meme today. It says, I'm so glad cars were invented. Can you imagine getting on your horse at 3 a.m. for a dick appointment?
Oh, fuck yeah. That'd be
I'm sitting there going, huh. I can go two ways. Like, you imagine trying to saddle the horse up at 3 a.m. just to go across town to get some nanny? No.
Yeah. I guess that's the end of the episode. Thank you all for watching.
We've got to end that on something different.
Why? I find that fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I do too. Damn it. Okay.
Well. Okay. I'll finish the story. I started talking. Me and my daughter were talking.
Yeah.
And she was asking me, it's like, hey, Dad, I've been watching these videos about people getting revenge to the other person. I was like, some of those things are fake, but go ahead. Mm-hmm. She's like, Dad, are you that vindictive that you would do something messed up? I was like, no, there's no fucking chance in hell. She's like, why? Are you just that person that wouldn't do that type of stuff? I would help a motherfucker out.
Yeah.
But when it comes around someone vexing me, I'm like, I'll get like 2 steps getting ready. I've already thought like 15 different ways to deal with this person. Mm-hmm. And when it comes around to it, I'll take like 2 steps. It's like, fuck, it's not worth the energy. I am that lazy.
Yeah, well, because, I mean, it's not that we're lazy, okay? It's that
I could spend that energy on...
We can, and we're very capable of expending that energy. However, when you look at it, you're like, when it comes down to it, and you're just about to cross that
threshold,
that precipice, you're like, this sideways, silly, slack-eyed looking motherfucker is just not worth catching a charge over.
Yeah, that too.
That's all that it boils down to. It's like, there are some people in this world absolutely are worth catching a charge over. However,
Ride or die.
Ride or die. However, for the majority, and I'm talking about 99.99999, we're talking Ivory Soap pure. There's that percentage in the world where you're just looking at them like, you're not worth the 2 drops of piss that comes out of at the end of a chimpanzee's dick. I'm not going to catch a charge for you. Speaking of chimpanzees, I know this is a stretch, but one of the Bengals players said that they are dedicating this Super Bowl run to Hembre.
Yes.
They're dedicating the Super Bowl run to Hembre. I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, that is awesome. That makes me want to root for them even that much more.
Because, yes.
Because, Hembre is looking down over the Super Bowl going,
how Hembre approves.
Dicks out for Hembre.
Dude, and someone asked me because I was starting, one of my co-workers was like, who's Hembre? I was like, that's a freaking a majestic gorilla that got shot down for stupid reason. He got like so close to that kid and everything, they could have tranked him, but no, they shot him. But they can't fucking shoot the goddamn fucking pedophiles. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
But on that note, everybody listening, thank you for watching. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. The website's going away. Sorry. If you want the shirts, it's just I couldn't afford it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we can still run it. I mean, if
it's
and this
close
is just
to like
an idea,
$420 a year.
right?
I'm not gonna worry
I'm
about
going to
that.
address this, and yeah. All right. So she goes, "K, bye." As you're staring at your keyboard, the letter O is just to the upper right of the
you
K.
and this fucking O.
What is it that you are doing that is so
How many-
empirically? And let me finish. What is it that you are doing that is so empirically important that you can't spend the extra 0.0014 seconds to slide your thumb over and hit the O before you hit that K?
Okay, this is your fucking fix, okay? This is your goddamn fucking fix.
If you're talking about making a shortcut, no.
No. How many? Both of us are prior service. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want you to realize that.
Oh, she goes, I know I ain't giving you the O.
Oh, that was a good one. Thank you, Maria.
Okay, all right.
How many acronyms are there in the fucking military that we use?
Oh, God.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah.
So we can abbreviate shit on text. Fuck you.
But you see what I did there? I said, oh, God.
No, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, seriously.
No, but you got on to me about that. But anyways, check us out on Facebook, Instagram.
But like seriously,
Twitter.
and Maria, in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I about to insinuate what I'm about to say. But people who say K, I mean that's some basic bitch shit. Basic. I mean, and that includes a lot of guys. And it's like, oh, I'm just gonna hit K. Like,
Yeah, even
seriously?
though when I'm really pissed off, I'll go okay.
Oh, you hit the O, and your predictive text will already have OK populated there.
I was trying to end the fucking show, so we can go on to because we got a lot of cleanup and everything.
Fine.
I got other
whatever,
stuff
whatever. Fine.
But anyways,
K.
Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm David Dickerman.
But it ain't white. What?
Just,
You know what? We're just going to deal with her on another day. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm Johnny Skelton. This is David Dickerman signing off again. Thank you for tuning into Angry Me's production of What the Hell?
Hell.
Live. Coming at
one
ya.
wild ride. Thank you for watching.
And there we go. Basic. Damn. Fucking Maria.